This guy couldn't believe his eyes because he couldn't answer any of the questions on the test paper. Suddenly, he got an idea. He made a prayer, hoping to make the questions easier. However, he failed. He secretly glanced at the paper of the man next to him, but was soon discovered. He could only pretend to be thinking to cover up his embarrassment. He asked John to look outside, and thus successfully peeked at the answers. Suddenly, John found that he had written the questions wrong, so he crumpled up the test paper and threw it away. This made him extremely frustrated. He could only throw away his paper too. He started to slowly move parallel to John's side, trying to peek at John's exam questions. After being noticed, he moved back to his seat in the same parallel way and pretended not to know anything. When John looked at his paper, he deliberately blocked it. John turned the answer sheet over and placed it on the table to prevent it from being peeked at. This guy could only lower his head and blow at the paper to make it fly up, then quickly write the answers on his paper. He blew again. John was wondering where the wind was coming from. Taking this opportunity, this guy took John's answer sheet. John could only move the answer sheet to the other side of the table. This guy deliberately dropped his pen on the ground and then squatted down to pick it up. The next second, he appeared on the other side of the table. John turned around and saw him. He picked up the pen and walked back to his seat, and took the opportunity to peek at the paper again. When there were only 2 minutes left before the end of the exam, the examiner reminded everyone that they must write the answers on the white paper inside the envelope. This guy quickly opened the envelope, and there was indeed another piece of paper inside. He was very flustered and immediately started copying the answers. However, he found that his pen was broken. He directly snatched John's pen and started copying frantically. Fortunately, he finished copying the answers before the exam ended. After the exam, this guy came to the seaside. He wanted to swim and relax, but just as he was about to change into his swimming trunks, he found a bald man wearing black glasses looking at him. So he used his underwear to wipe his face to cover up his embarrassment. Suddenly, he came up with an idea. He put his underwear directly on the outside. The bald man turned to look at him again. He got so nervous that he immediately squatted down. After a while, he stood up. He took off the right leg of his trousers and then gradually transferred it to the left leg. Finally, he successfully took off his long trousers. At this time, the bald man stood up. It turned out that he was blind.